Hi all, Catherine here from Inky Finger Cat. So this video is, well, this bit of the video is me at the end of the day. But it's following on directly from the last video, and it's us bringing some of the stuff back into the room. So I will admit, my daughter's done a lot of it, not me. She did a lot of it. And we are now at the point where vast majority of the craft stuff is now back in the room. Is it in its final places? No, but it's somewhere. We've got a list of things that we need to get. So I've already ordered some stuff from Dunelm Mill, which I'll explain. I've ordered another unit from Argos, which I'll explain in a bit. But I'm just going to talk through how today has gone. And so I will admit I got totally overwhelmed, which is why Maya really helpfully came and helped me, because I was just panicking that there wasn't enough room. How have I managed to get more stuff? I don't understand it, and getting a little bit overwhelmed. Every time I walked into the lounge, I'd almost freeze. And then I'd just come and just look at stuff and go, I don't really know what I'm doing. She really helped me power through that. So we just started bringing bits and pieces in. She was cleaning out the Rascar trolley in the corridor there so that could be used, and I just started bringing things in. We did get disrupted halfway through, as in my parents turned up and we sat with them for a good hour and a bit. So Maya, for one point, just carry on her own. Bringing things in, putting things away. But we had a sort of a sensible thing going of, is this a box that's going to stay on display, or is it a box that's going in a cupboard? That's how we kind of organised it. What's in those boxes might change in the future, but for the moment it was just what's going on what shelf as a box. It might be that box gets emptied, something else goes in it, etc. But which things need to be behind the closed doors. And that was pretty much how that all got organised. Some things went straight into drawers. Some things have been put to one side. This is the point where we were downstairs with my parents and Maya just cracked on, moving stuff around, bless her, and just did as much as she could without my input. But then she got to a point where she was like, I can't go any further, and so I'm going to need their help. So, yeah. Most, as I say, the vast majority of the craft stuff, with the exception of the scrapbook stuff, is now in the room. There is a whole load of other stuff that also lives in this room normally that I'm not quite sure what to do with. That's still in the lounge, and I'll talk you through what's in the lounge in a minute. But yeah, she even sorted out things like the tool caddy, just because it was annoying her because it was so messy. So she sorted stuff like that out. But we decided that what we did need were a few more of the storage boxes that can go on display. And we also want to put, the corner of the room, directly to the left of Maya's head at this point, right in that corner next to my desk, we're going to put another CD, DVD storage shelf unit. So yeah, just up to the left there, behind where the Rascar crate is, we're going to put that in there because A, there is space, and B, it's just useful. I'm not convinced I'm happy with how the inks work, etc. That box that's like a teal box on the floor, that's got all my sewing stuff in it, so that needs a new box. And you can see there, this is in the lounge. That's the big pile of the scrapbook stuff that I'm really not quite sure what I'm doing with, along with a few photo albums. And then there's the printer with the printer accessories and stuff that, again, I don't know what I'm doing with. So those are two things that really need to be sorted. Sorry, it's still framed for so long. But yeah, this is the lounge. So it still looks absolute tip in there because all the decorative items are all still in there. So there's a whole load of photos, like a photo of my granddad, not the portrait of my granddad, but also a whole load of other stuff in there. I don't quite know why it did a double take there. There is a box of books. And so there's still quite a few things in the lounge. I think books, cushions, obviously the scrapbook stuff, the printer stuff, and then all the decorative items, they all still need to come into here. So our plan is tomorrow we're picking up the new unit that's going to go next to the desk that's like a DVD, CD storage. We're picking that up tomorrow. Wednesday, new delivery from Dunelm Mill of the more decorative boxes that I'm going to swap a few things out, but they're going to go onto the unit. And we need to decide what we are doing for the other space, where is it a Kallax unit? Is it an IKEA, an Alex drawer unit? My personal thought is not an Alex drawer unit. I do think it's a Kallax, but that then leaves me with a different problem as to where to put the printer. We also want to pop to IKEA at some point, probably this week at some point for tea. We are really lucky. IKEA is like 2 miles from our house. You can walk there. In fact, it's not even 2 miles. It's probably 1.5 miles from our house. So we will probably pop down for tea one night, go and look at curtains, hopefully find some curtains, potentially buy the Kallax unit if that's what I end up going with. My other thought still, bear with me, is whether to get a second unit here as a second drawer unit that might contain all of the inks, because I'm really not happy with the inks on the top here. That's a different story, but yeah, I'm not happy with those inks on the top. And so whether actually I get another drawer unit, because I don't need the full space for my leg space. I just need sort of up to where the pole is in the middle for on the left hand side for my feet, but whether actually I get another drawer unit on that side that might contain a few more bits and pieces. That's a potential option. And then clearly we need to put the pegboards on the wall and then decide on artwork. Still lots to be done, but the vast majority of it is done. I think I'm now at the point where I can say it's done enough for this little series of videos, but I will do a craft room tour once I am totally sorted. But knowing me, that'll be months away. And I also know I've got crazy busy weeks at work, so who knows what's going to happen in the next few weeks. But yeah, so I am going to sign off, I think, at part 6 video. I think that's where we're up to, so I think I'm going to sign this one off. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I know it's been a bit crazy, a bit mad. And I will next see you, hopefully with a crafting video. And then at some point in the future, I'll do a proper tour. Once I've got used to the space and I've got things in place and we know what we're doing with them, etc., I will do a proper craft room tour and you will see where we get to. Oh, I also want to buy something for my actual work desk. I think I do want a riser. That was the bit I was still considering, but I think the answer is yes. I think I've got a spot coming, but that's fun. So yeah, so thank you for watching. Please give me a thumbs up. Tell me what you think. And any suggestions on what to do with the pink sofa, that would be really helpful. Until next time though, thank you very much. Bye-bye. I also want to just say massive thank you to my daughter. I love her lots. She's been so helpful. Really appreciate it. So big thank you, May.